Hi friends, welcome to all. In this video we are going to see the packet tracer activity, troubleshooting standard IPv4 ACLs. Before coming to our packet tracer activity, friends, if you like to get my future uploading video info into your Gmail, you can subscribe this channel right now. Well, coming to our activity, here we can see our addressing table. Also, we will go through the objectives of this packet tracer activity. In part 1, troubleshoot ACL issue 1, in part 2, issue 2, and in part 3, issue 3. Also, we will go through the scenario here. This network is meant to have the following 3 policies implemented. Hosts from the 192.168.0.0/24 network are unable to access network 10.0.0.0/8. L3 can access any devices in network 192.168.0.0/24. L3 can access server 1 or server 2. L3 should only access server 3. Hosts from the 172.16.0.0/16 network have full access to server 1, server 2, and server 3. Also, they given a note here: all FTP usernames and passwords are Cisco. No other restrictions should be in place. Unfortunately, the rules that have been implemented are not working correctly. Right. So your task is to find and fix the errors related to the access list on R1. Coming to part 1, troubleshoot ACL issue 1. Host from the 192.168.0.0/24 network should not be able to access any devices on the 10.0.0.0/8 network. This is not currently the case. Coming to the topology, these devices in this network is not allowed to access these devices in this network. And here they say that this is not currently the case. Anyway, we will check that. Coming to step 1, determine the ACL problem. As you perform the following task, compare the results to what you would expect from the ACL. Using L2, attempt to access FTP and HTTP services of server 1, server 2, and server 3. As per the policy, we know that this device L2 will not be able to access these devices in this network. Also, this server 3, but it can access server 1 and server 2. So we will try one by one. First of all, we will access the web page in the server 1. We will get the IP address of server 1. Here we can see that. Coming to L2 desktop. Here is the address. Yes, we are getting the web page server 1. Now we will get the IP address of server 2. Yes, we are getting the web page, and we will try to access server 3 now. Here we can see we are getting the web page from server 3 also. Now we will try to access the FTP services from these servers. First of all, we will try from this server 1. FTP username is Cisco, password is also Cisco. Yes, we are able to access. Now we will try from this server 2. FTP, here is the address. Username is Cisco, password is also Cisco. Yes, we are getting the FTP service. And also we will try to the server 3. Here is the address. FTP, username Cisco, password is Cisco. Yes, we are getting. Coming to B, using L2, ping server 1, server 2, and server 3. First of all, we will ping to server 1. Coming to L2, ping to server 1. Yes, we are getting the replay. Now we will come to server 2 address. So here is that. Ping to server 2. We are getting the replay. And finally we will ping to server 3. We are getting the replay. Here we can see we able to access almost all the services from this L2 to this server 3. Here we can see this policies we mentioned is not working. Coming to C, view the running configuration on R1. Examine access list from _192 and its placement on the interfaces. Is the access list placed on the correct interface and in the correct direction? Is there any statement in the list that permits or denies traffic to other networks? Are the statements in the correct order? We will verify all these one by one. First of all, we will check the running configuration on this router R1. Enable show running config. And here we can see the details. Here we can see the access list from _192, from _10, from _172. Coming to the topology again, here this network is not allowed to access any device in this network. Hence we have to implement our access list in this router R1. Here we can see the source and here is the destination. So we have to place the access list in this interface that is a gigabit Ethernet 0/0 in the direction of out. Coming to our show running config, here we can see the interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0. And here we cannot see any access list is placed in this interface with the name from _192. Also coming to our access list from _192, here we can see this network is denied and all other traffic is permitted. Coming to D, perform other tests as necessary. Anyway, we are not going to do any more tests here. Now we will come to step 2, implement a solution. Make the necessary adjustments to from _192 or to its placement to fix the problem. Coming to the configuration on this router R1. Configure terminal, we have to go to that particular interface that is gigabit Ethernet 0/0. And here we are going to give IP access group, then the list name that is from _192. Also we have to give outbound direction. We will verify the configuration, show running config, and here we can see that. Coming to step 3, verify that the problem is resolved and document the solution. If the problem is resolved, document the solution, otherwise return to step 1. Now we will try to access these servers from L2. First of all, we will try to access server 1 and server 2. We have to get these services. Coming to L2, we'll try to ping to server 1. Ping to server 1. Yes, we are getting the replay. Also, we'll try to access FTP. Yes, we are getting. Also, we will ping to server 2. We are getting the replay. We'll try to access FTP. Right, we're able to access. Also, we will try to access the web page in the servers, server 1 and server 2. We are getting the web page from server 1. We are getting the web page from server 2. Now we will try to access this server 3 from this L2. Coming to L2, we will get the IP address of server 3. Ping to server 3. Here we can see destination host unreachable. Our policy is working. Now we will try to access a FTP. Trying to connect. I think our policy is working here. Yes, here we can see that it is connecting from FTP server. Also, we will try to access web page. No, we are not getting the web page. Here we can see your request timed out. Now we will come to part 2, Troubleshoot ACL issue 2. L3 should not be able to reach server 1 or server 2. This is not currently the case. Coming to the topology, here we can see the device L3 and server 1 and server 2. According to our policy, this L3 is not allowed to access this server 1 and server 2. Coming to step 1, determine the ACL problem. As you perform the following task, compare the results to what you would expect from the ACL. A. Using L3, attempt to access FTP and HTTP services of server 1, server 2 and server 3. Also using L3, ping server 1, server 2 and server 3. Coming to L3, you will get the IP address of server 1. Here we can see our server 1. We'll try to ping to server 1. Here we can see we are getting the replay. Now we will try to access FTP services here. Cisco password is also Cisco. We are getting the FTP services. Also, we will try to access the web page in this server 1. We are getting the web page. Now we will try to access this server 2 from L3. Here is the IP address of server 2. Command prompt, we will ping to server 2. Here we can see we are not going to get the replay as per the previous policy. No, we are not getting the replay. Now we will try to access the FTP. Trying to connect. No, we are not getting, disconnecting from FTP server. We'll try to access the web page. No, we are not getting the web page. Request timed out. Now we will try to access this server 3 from L3. Here is the IP address of server 3. Ping to server 3. We are getting the replay. Now we will try to access FTP service. Be able to access FTP. Now we will try to access the web page. We are getting the web page from server 3. Coming to C, view the running configuration on R1. Examine access list from _10 and its placement on the interfaces. Is the access list placed on the correct interface and in the correct direction? Is there any statement in the list that permits or denies traffic to other networks? other statements in the correct order. Also run other tests as necessary. We will do it one by one. Coming to R1, enable show running config, and here we can see the access list from _10 deny host 10.0.0.22. so we have to verify this IP address. Coming to L3, IP config, and here we can see the IP address 10.0.0.2. Here we can see in this access list from _10, here they said the address incorrectly, so we have to correct this address. Also here we can see this access list is placed on the correct interface, that is gigabit Ethernet 0/0 in the correct direction, that is inbound. Coming to step 2, implement a solution. Make the necessary adjustments to access list from _10 or to its placement to fix the problem. Right, coming to R1, configure terminal, IP access list, standard from _10. First of all, we have to remove that. No deny host, then the incorrect address, that is 10.0.0.22, and we have to add deny host 10.0.0.2. Here we given a number 5. This is nothing but the sequence number for this access list. Coming to step 3, verify the problem is resolved and you document the solution. If the problem is resolved, document the solution, otherwise return to step 1. Here we will verify using show running config, and here we can see the changes. Now we will try to access this server 1 from this L3. Here is the IP address of server 1. Coming to L3, command prompt, ping to server 1. No, we are not getting the replay. Destination host unreachable. Also we will try to access FTP to server 1, trying to connect. We are not going to get, disconnecting from FTP server. Also we will try to access the web page from server 1. No, we are not getting the web page. Request timed out. Now we will come to part 3, troubleshoot ACL issue 3. Hosts from the 172.16.0.0/16 network should have full access to server 1, server 2 and server 3. But this is not currently the case, as L1 can't communicate to server 2 or server 3. Coming to the topology, here we can see the device L1 which should be able to access all these servers, server 1, server 2 and server 3. We will come to step 1, determine the ACL problem. As you perform the following task, compare the results to the expectations of the ACL. Using L1, attempt to access FTP and HTTP services of server 1, server 2 and server 3. Using L1, ping server 1, server 2 and server 3. First of all, we will try to access server 1 from L1. Here is the IP address of server 1. L1 command prompt. Here we are going to give ping to server 1. Yes, here we are getting the replay. Now we'll try to access FTP service. Cisco password is also Cisco. We are getting FTP service. We'll try to access the web page. We are getting the web page from server 1. Now we will try to access server 2. Command prompt. Ping to server 2. Here we can see destination host unreachable. We are not getting the replay. We'll try to access the FTP service. Trying to connect. No, we are unable to access the service FTP. We'll try to access the web page. We are not getting the web page. Request timed out. Finally, we will try to access server 3. Ping to server 3. Here we can see destination host unreachable. Also, we'll try to access FTP service. We won't get this FTP service. Here we can see that. Also, we'll try to access the web page from server 3. Request timed out. Coming to the topology, here this device L1 should have full access to server 1 and server 2 and server 3. But after performing the task, we have seen L1 was able to access only server 1 but not server 2 and server 3. Coming to C, view the running configuration on R1. Examine access list from _172 and its placement on the interfaces. Is the access list placed on the correct port in the correct direction? Is there any statement in the list that permits or denies traffic to other networks? Are the statements in the correct order? Run other tests as necessary. First of all, we will give the show running config command in this router R1. Enable show running config, and here we can see IP access list from _172. Also, here we can see they given deny host 172.16.0.2. So this is nothing but the this device L1. We can verify that. IP config, here we can see that 172.16.0.2. And we know that we should not deny this host. We should permit all the traffic here. Hence, we have to remove this line from this access list. Also, here we can see this access list is placed on the correct interface. Here we can see that gigabit Ethernet 0/1 IP access group from _172 in the direction of inbound. Coming to step 2, implement a solution. Make an adjustment to access list from _172 or to its placements to fix the problem. Coming to our router R1, configure terminal, IP access list, standard from _172. Here we have to remove no deny host 172.16.0.2. So we will verify that. Show running config, and here we can see that. Coming to step 3, verify the problem is resolved and document the solution. If the problem is resolved, document the solution. Otherwise, return to step 1. Now we will try to access these servers, server 1, server 2 and server 3 from this L1. First of all, we will try server 1. Ping to server 1. We are getting the replay. We'll try the FTP service. Yes, we are able to access FTP service. Now we'll try to access the web page. Yes, we are getting the web page from server 1. Now we will try to access server 2. Ping to server 2. We are getting the replay. We'll try to access FTP service. Be able to access FTP service. Now we'll try to access the web page from server 2. We are getting the web page from server 2. Finally coming to server 3. Ping to server 3. We are getting the replay. We'll try to access the FTP service. Be able to access FTP service. And finally we will try to access the web page from server 3. Here we can see we are getting the web page from server 3. Well, that's all in this packet tracer activity, that is troubleshooting standard IPv4 ACLs. Here we can see our completion status 30 out of 30. Friends, if you have any doubt in this activity, please comment below. Also, if you like my video, give a thumb and don't forget to subscribe the channel so that you will get latest uploading video info into our Gmail. Thank you.